Welcome back to A-Level Mathematics. In this lesson, we explore coordinate geometry and learn how algebra allows us to analyze points, lines, and geometric relationships.
Coordinate geometry begins with the Cartesian plane. The horizontal axis is the x-axis, the vertical axis is the y-axis, and their intersection is the origin. Every point on the coordinate plane is represented by an ordered pair. For example, the point A with coordinates 3 is located 3 units horizontally and 4 units vertically from the origin. To find the distance between 2 points, we use the distance formula. It comes directly from the Pythagorean theorem applied to the horizontal and vertical differences between the points. For example, between the points 1, 2 and 5, 5, the horizontal difference is 4 and the vertical difference is 3. Therefore, the distance is 5 units. The midpoint of a line segment is the point exactly halfway between its two endpoints. We find it by averaging the x-coordinates and averaging the y-coordinates. For example, the midpoint of 2, 3 and 8, 7 is found by averaging the coordinates. The result is the point 5, 5. The gradient, or slope, measures how steep a line is. It is calculated as the change in y divided by the change in x. For example, if the change in y is 8 and the change in x is 4, the gradient is 2.
The equation of a straight line is commonly written as y equals mx plus c, where m is the gradient and c is the y-intercept. So, if a line has gradient 2 and y-intercept 3, its equation is y equals 2x plus 3. Parallel lines have the same gradient but different y-intercepts. Therefore, lines with equal gradients remain the same distance apart. Two non-vertical lines are perpendicular when the product of their gradients is -1. Their gradients are negative reciprocals of each other. Coordinate geometry can also be used to find a point that divides a line segment in a given ratio. Coordinate geometry allows us to prove geometric relationships algebraically. We can identify parallel lines, perpendicular lines, equal lengths, and midpoint relationships using coordinates.
The essential formulas are the distance formula, the midpoint formula, the gradient formula, and the equation of a straight line.
Now test your understanding. Find the distance, midpoint, and gradient in the first 3 questions. Then determine the equation of the straight line in the final question. Coordinate geometry connects algebra and geometry. Once you understand points, distance, midpoint, gradient, and line equations, you can analyze many geometric problems using mathematics. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Unique Edu, like, share, and comment. Keep practicing, and see you in the next A-Level Mathematics lesson.